Peace. Um, when you understand the science of warfare, right? Studying throughout history, different types of battles that have occurred throughout different cultures and so on and so forth, one thing that stands prevalent throughout all of these particular battles throughout history is the science of infiltration. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important that we understand and examine the science of infiltration because it's something that hasn't been really discussed or particularly examined from a level that it should be examined, especially looking at the condition of our people um, in said society. So, with that being stated, I just want to talk about infiltration over assimilation. You know, I made a video before a while back about cultural annihilation through assimilation into the system. You know what I'm saying? And to review briefly, shortly, the video basically discussed how, at times, in order for us to get into the system and prosper, we must culturally annihilate ourselves. You understand? Forget everything culturally about us and assimilate into a system that is counterculture to us naturally, right? So while other nations and other groups and organizations have understood the science of infiltration and have used it to their benefit, it is still us who have who really don't understand the benefits, you know what I'm saying, to that particular methodology. I mean, again, understanding and knowing when you are at war, it puts you in a particular mindset. A mindset that is always calculating, one that is always seeking and finding ways to, you know what I'm saying, even the odds, you know what I'm saying, even the score, you know what I'm saying, balance out the situation. And the only way to do that is, of course, is to get in the system, work inside of the system. There's no doubt about it. But it's the methodology, pardon me, it's the mindset in which you are working inside the system. Again, if you are one who has culturally annihilated yourself, then you probably are no good to your people at this particular point. But if you are one who understands war and knows that in order to get access to your enemy, you have to be inside of the enemy system. And the only way to do that is to infiltrate it and to be a part of that system, or to look as you are a part of that system. Now, as I'm speaking, we have people right now in government positions and seats of power who are totally against the American Constitution, who are totally against, quote unquote, what the American government is supposed to mean, how it was supposed to be set up, that all men are created equal and have unalienable rights regardless of race, creed, color, nationality, religion, so on and so forth, guaranteed by this Constitution. You have people sitting right now in seats of elected officials and quote-unquote senators and governors and so on and so forth who actually want to overthrow your freedoms. You see what I'm saying? And these are things that must be protected, or we wouldn't be able to do what we do, speak the way we speak, you know what I'm saying, and do other things that are guaranteed for us to face a tyrannical government, including the rights to form a militia. But the thing is that in order to, you know what I'm saying, to make progress, we have to get in the system. But we have to go inside of that system with a particular mindset. A great movie, The Spook Who Sat by the Door. I even made a video a couple of years ago called Be the Spook Who Sat by the Door, something of that nature. I can't remember. It's in the YouTube scroll, though, on my page. You can check it. It's somewhere in there. But infiltration is one of the methods that we must learn how to utilize, and we must understand why we're doing it. First of all, it is not to go inside and to overthrow the system. It's to straighten the system out, to correct it, to clean it up. You understand what I'm saying? By bringing what it represents back inside of it. You understand what I'm saying? The government is written by the founding fathers for the people and by the people. Right now, we have government taking place where the people should be in place. You understand what I'm saying? So we have a war going on in many different factions, in many different methods, in many different areas of our society. So we must learn how to organize, strategize, and sit down and discuss and put in place plans and goals and outcomes that can be utilized and reached. But know that we must place ourselves in every aspect of society. You understand what I'm saying? Look at the pedophiles. They're in all aspects of society, and they're perverts. You understand what I mean? They're all over the place. They're in every aspect. They're judges, they're lawyers, they're police. You know what I'm saying? They're CPA agents, Child Protective Service, so on and so. They're everywhere. You know what I mean? Ku Klux Klan, Aryans, they're everywhere. They've infiltrated their way into society. You see what I'm saying? We are the only people who talk revolution, who talk a good game, who talk about wanting to change the system and make the system fair and bring equality and remove the injustices and police brutality and so on and so forth, even out the odds. We looking for good police, we need this, we need that. But the thing is that we are not taking the time to see the benefits of going inside of the system. We have been counterculturally, you know what I'm saying, because of our experiences with these social institutions. We look at them as historically as our enemies, and they are. But the way you change that is by getting inside with another mindset to expose that mindset that sits inside of that institution. The only way you can break up a good old boy network is by getting in that network and causing a disturbance. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean a violent disturbance. I mean an intelligent disturbance. You understand? Based on a moral and ethical principle. You know what I'm saying? Which is dealing with the people. You know what I'm saying? To serve and protect them. They have taken oaths. So you must live that oath out, or, you know what I'm saying, turn yourself back into civilian life or whatever. See what I'm saying? So it's important that we understand why infiltration is so powerful, because it evens the odds. You understand what I'm saying? Now you are on the inside. You know what I mean? And you can bring your own agenda on the inside. Because see, when everybody goes into any institution as an employee, or they take a job, many times they have in their own mind the purpose why they are there. You understand? The intent of what they want to do in that particular position, and who they will side with, and so on and so forth. All of these things are measured out when the position is taken in any aspect of society. You see what I'm saying? So the person already walks into the position with a particular mindset. You understand? And they operate from that mindset. And that is the same thing that we must do. We must prepare mindsets, raise our youth and our children with the understanding of the importance of education, as well as true education being a part of what I call, you know what I'm saying, the indoctrinated cycle of quote unquote training. What they call education, what they call it, you know what I'm saying? What they call education, I call it indoctrination. It is not true education. You understand what I'm saying? True education is holistic. It covers all areas. It just doesn't cover courses of study, social studies and math and English, and that's not education. That's training. You understand what I'm saying? So, with the right education, along with the understanding of what that training is and how to benefit and utilize that training with a real life world education, backed with a cultural competency, backed with an understanding of change and what true revolution means, then we can work in another perspective. Then we can begin to get into these institutions with our own understanding, with our own outcomes, with our own ideologies, and utilize them and put them in that system and make those things challenge the system. You understand what I'm saying? And challenge it in such a way where it becomes noticed by everyone. See, the thing is that you want to be inclusionary when we do these types of things. This is not just a quote unquote black thing. It's not. This is a humanity thing. When we do these things, we are actually saving the annals of humanity. This is bigger than just a demographic of people. You understand what I'm saying? And we must think on that level. You understand? And you can only think on that level when you have a true understanding of what you are and who you are. Then you know your connection to the rest of humanity. I cannot separate myself from the rest of humanity because I am a member of it. I am an active member of humanity. You understand what I'm saying? And I am an active member of the upliftment of humanity and the eradication of falsehoods and things that cause harm physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to a human organism, to one individual or to a group of people, to a nation, a country, a state, or whatever. So the thing is that we must all begin to understand the science of infiltration, because if we want to see society back in the hands of the people, in the hands where children are safe from pedophiles and from trafficking and all of these other things, because these things run rapid, and they run rapid through our current system. Our current system is the advocate and protector of these particular types of things. You see what I'm saying? So the people must change the condition. It is up to the people to infiltrate these organizations in parts of society, you know what I'm saying, government and so on and so forth, with the opposite thought process of those who are already currently infiltrating with their agendas. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better. So choose infiltration over assimilation. You understand what I'm saying? Keep your authenticity. Keep your spirit. You understand? But infiltrate and go in with the idea of change. Change for the betterment and the upliftment of all people. Peace.